You know, I see so many comments in my videos that, oh, the Cayo Perico heist isn't that good for earning money anymore, it's nerfed, it's no longer the best, you should use other ways of earning money. And I completely disagree. In fact, I think that people having that take are completely wrong. And it's not an I think, it's a I know. If you believe that the Cayo Perico heist is not a good way of earning money, or you think that it's not the best way of earning money, well, today's video is going to prove you exactly wrong. And I'm going to be showcasing why the Cayo Perico heist is the best way of earning money in the game. You can see I've just started a stopwatch on my phone, and shouldn't really matter actually, but I'm just going to have the stopwatch so I can see how long it takes me from start to finish to do the heist. We are going to have 0 cuts in today's video. We're just going to go through the Cayo Perico heist. We're going to see just exactly how long it takes me to complete it. And no BS, no cuts. That's what I always like to show on this channel, is that this is all genuine and you can do it yourself too if you obviously have the skill and capabilities. So I'm going to showcase everything I'm doing, how I do it, and how we're able to complete a $1.2+ million payout heist in around 45 minutes of time. And I'm not joking. So what we're going to do starting off is obviously going over to Grapeseed. And you'll notice that we did fast travel with our submarine. It is the fastest way to travel in the game. It literally takes about 30 seconds to go 5 miles of distance, which is pretty impressive when you think about it. So we are just going to fly our Sparrow all the way to Grapeseed, and I always like a little challenge myself. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh! We did it! We did it! I was going to say I like to challenge myself and fly under the bridge. However, I guess my brain didn't connect the dots today, and I flew through the bridge. Interesting. Well, that's pretty cool, I guess. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the Sparrow's missiles and get rid of all the bad guys. That means there's only one dude left we have to kill. So we're just going to land our Sparrow right behind him. Doesn't really matter if we damage it or anything, because we are just simply going to get inside of the plane. If he damages me, we're just going to eat some snacks anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, that doesn't matter. Bro's just like, I'm gonna get you. And I'm like, no, you're not. Just ran him over. That's great. Alright, so already we are on our way to Cayo Perico. We're off in the air. Pretty simple stuff, as you can see. Flying to Cayo Perico is actually one of the biggest time wasters in the game. If you get Fort Zancudo, it is much faster to fly there than it is, for example, using the Valium at Grapeseed or even Bleedo Bay. We didn't get a bad spawn location, though. We just didn't get a good one either. So we are going to have to fly this plane all the way over sandy shores and everything. Now, here's a fun fact that a lot of people don't know, and that is the higher you fly in altitude, the thinner the air and the faster your aircraft goes. So that's actually true. If you get something like the B-11 Strike Force and you fly it close to the ground, you'll notice that you go way, way slower than if you were to fly it higher. So because of that, it is much more efficient to fly your plane up at a slight increase in gradient like this, and then once you think you're about maybe 75% of the way to your location, you tilt the plane down, and then you're just picking up speed the rest of the way. So you can see just how easy it is to gain altitude here. It's also just pretty cool to look at the sky. GTA is really such a pretty game. I think, especially for how old it is, what, from 2013? I don't even remember when the game came out, but just the fact that Grand Theft Auto is such a pretty game so many years later is really impressive, especially looking at the city at night. I wish that Rockstar remastered this game. I mean, I guess they did for next generation console, but we don't get that opportunity as PC players. So you can see now that I've made my way a pretty good distance, we are going to tilt our plane at a slight downhill like this. And that should allow us to stay at a pretty steady speed. I wish I had my speedometer on, but I'm not going to do that because people might accuse me of using mods or cheating, so I really only use that for my videos when I break into car speeds and everything like that. But what we can see is that I'm about 3 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock so far, and we're doing pretty good. I mean, again, we're just going downhill, and this is giving us some decent speed. You can look at the mini-map and actually see how fast we're traversing the land right now. It's pretty quick. It is actually pretty quick. So we are just getting over the Merriweather docks, and then once we get past the docks, we're done. We are at Cayo Perico. So I think only about 4 minutes to fly there is actually pretty efficient, and you can see how we were able to basically get just the perfect amount of height so that we can fly downhill the rest of the trip. So we're almost there, almost at the bottom. I don't know if we're going the same speed anymore, but it doesn't really matter. There you go. Perfect, actually. That was like the most beautiful approach I've ever had. So now the game's going to do the cutscene where we swoop in. It's actually daytime, which is pretty nice. But we're going to swoop in the Cayo Perico. We're going to get felt up by a guard. And then we are going to hop on our motorcycle and drive over to the communications tower. This should only take you like a minute, 2 minutes to drive to. I've done this many times on the channel. If you follow the exact route that I'm going to showcase, it is incredibly fast, incredibly easy. So, goodbye. Yep, can you stop speaking to me? Thank you very much. One thing I always like to say about my channel is that you're not going to see too many glitches on it. I mean, I do show glitches. Obviously, like the gold glitch where you can grab gold inside the compound is huge. But we're not going to be showcasing that today. I'm going to showcase how I normally complete the heist from start to finish. Okay. Alright, game. Alright. Well, of course, classic Cayo Perico just randomly screwing you over. There's not much you can really do about that, though. That's just called bad luck, I guess. I don't even know what we hit. We hit like a random bush or something. Well, I guess go a little wider when making your way through this area. Shouldn't be too much of a big deal, though. We're not, like, speedrunning the heist here. I'm just completing it quickly and showcasing why it's the best way of making money in the game. So we're going to jump down here, slow down a little bit, and drive right into this gate. Then, after making our way through the gate, just going to follow the path, roll around this corner, and we're going to go through this gate. So this is where I would recommend to pay attention, and that is because we are going to be going all the way around here. We're going to roll around this corner, and we are going to launch right up this hill, like so. It's really easy to do, and that's it. Saves you so much time and so much effort getting around that tower and worrying that, oh, I'm going to get caught. Then we're just going to simply roll around the corner over here. We're going to get past the first camera. We're going to get past the second camera by hugging the wall, which is obviously really easy to do. And then we are going to make our way right up to the communications tower. We can see that the communications tower does have a guard, so if we look up, we might be able to see the box. I don't see it on the second level, which means that kind of sucks. We're probably going to have to go all the way up to the top. Make sure you do not drive your motorcycle inside of the cage here, because if you do, the guard is going to hear you, and then he's going to get pissed. I hate that we have to climb up this tower, though, because that does obviously eat into our time, so... And I don't think it's here. No. Alright, we gotta climb up to the second level. It's either at the second level or the third. I did not see it here, but it's also kind of hard to tell. Oh, no, it is here. Okay. That's not too bad, then. It's only like an additional 30 seconds of climbing. It's really when it's on the last one that it absolutely sucks. So far, we're at 7 minutes and 30 seconds. So we have to get 58. So obviously, I'm going to guess the 7 goes to the 10. This goes to there, and this goes to there. Or not the 7 goes to the 10, sorry. The 4 goes to the 10. Pretty simple stuff. Completing the hacks in this game are very simple. However, for some reason, my brain always has trouble with the fingerprint hack. But there you go. So now we're going to pull out our phone, and we are going to scroll through the Sites Here application until we find the basement and the main office camera for 2 reasons. First of all, we're going to do the basement, and hopefully we get something that is inside of the glass. I don't like doing the bearer bonds. And there you go. We got the ruby necklace. Pretty easy. So then we're going to ignore the basement storage, and we are going to scroll right over to the office cam 1 and 2. The reason why is we're looking for paintings. So we have no paintings in office cam 1. We're going to take a look at office cam 2, and we do have a painting. So there you go. Now that means we only have to fill half of our bag on the island, and then we can grab the rest. So, done. We need to make sure that our spawn location is set to the Kosatka, which you can see it is. Once it's set to the Kosatka, find new session, invite only lobby, and you're gone. There's a lot of people that say, oh, well, I end up killing myself, and then it spawns me over at the plane, and then I get to go to my sub. But why would you do that? It's just so much faster to do this method here. It spawns you in the city every time, and it spawns you inside of your sub. It's way faster to do this fast traveling method, so I'm not sure why people always try to say their method's faster. It's not. Flying back on the plane is way slower. You have to go through a long extended cutscene. It's just a complete waste of time. So now that we have done the first, we are now going to do weapons. And the reason why we're doing weapons is because it's really annoying. So we're going to do crack shot, and let's hope that we don't get Merryweather. We did. When you get Merryweather HQ, what you're going to do is find new session, invite only. Again, people always go into my comments and they're like, oh, well, instead of doing that, I drive my sub over to where the helicopter spawns and I blow it up with the missiles. And I'm like, why? Why would you do that? Just load into a new lobby. It's literally way faster. So, I mean, you can do whatever you want, obviously. It's your choice. It's your game. It's your money. But I would just recommend to follow the method I do here because it saves so much time. So usually Merryweather HQ is a pain in the butt and it wastes time. It is just a complete waste. So we're getting unlucky here. This is where, especially if you're trying to like speedrun the heist and do an actual official speedrun, bad luck just screws you over. If you get Merryweather HQ, you might as well call Pavel if you're trying to get an official world record and restart the heist because it just sucks. You got to keep doing it. Third time's usually the charm, so we'll see if it's the charm for us today. We've wasted probably about a minute or so on this now, but it's worth it, trust me. Merryweather HQ eats so much into your time. Weapon loadout, crack shot. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. Whoa, we love how Rockstar designed the Cayo Perico heist. It's so fun to have to constantly load into new lobbies so that I don't have to sit and follow a helicopter for 10 minutes. Well, we're going to make our way back upstairs. As I said, no cuts in this video. I will put timestamps so that you can just scroll past Merryweather HQ. But, here we go. Prep, weapon loadout, crack shot. There you go. So, it probably took me about 2 minutes of constantly loading into new lobbies to finally get the Schlongberg Sachs Center location. Is it annoying? Sure. It is annoying to do that. But, at the end of the day, it's not too bad. We're only at 11 minutes on the clock anyway, so pretty efficient. Now we are going to fly over to the Schlongberg Sachs Center. The Sparrow is by far the most efficient way to do a Cayo Perico heist. I know that there are people that will say, oh, the Oppressor Mark II is faster. Don't get me wrong, the Oppressor Mark II is fast, it is efficient, but using the Sparrow is just as fast, and now that the Sparrow has been buffed and it doesn't even start smoking when you crash land it, it's just so dang efficient. So we're going to fly up a little bit so we don't crash into any of these things. Flying helicopters at night can be a little sussler, especially one like the Sparrow, because it can be hard to see little, brown street poles and things that you could crash into. But we're flying as fast as we can here. However, it doesn't really matter. We got to start going up anyway, because we have to go into that building right in front of us there. And to enter that building, we have to fly to the roof. So that's what we're going to do. Keep on going, keep on going. Now, if you own the stone hatchet, if you don't, get the stone hatchet. It's literally like one of the most useful tools in the game. But if you do own the stone hatchet, you're going to follow the steps that I show here. So first of all, we're going to land our helicopter right here. And that's super easy to do. Then after landing our helicopter, we're going to jump down. And we're going to run right inside of the building. We're at 12 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock at this point. Now what we're going to do is we are going to pull out the stone hatchet inside of our inventory. We're going to run up to this guard right here, and we're going to hit him in the face, or wherever. This activates the stone hatchet rampage ability. And doing this basically makes us invincible. You can see our health, and it's crazy. So we're just going to run up to these people. There you go. You're dead. You're dead. Then we're going to pull out our gun, kill him, and we're just going to, whatever, light the building on fire back there. It's pretty easy to do. So we have the gun locker. And we're not going to go over to the gun locker. We are going to make our way over here. The fire actually did work. It's burning that guy alive. That's absolutely amazing. Okay, so we're going to hop on the laptop. We're going to have to find the sequence of numbers that are going to be randomly here. So we have to do 87, 21, 31. So we're just going to scroll down 87, 21, 31. Boom. Done. Super easy. So now, after finishing that hack, we are going to hop onto the gun locker. And we're going to take the weapons. Make sure after you take the weapons that you leave through the roof if you have a helicopter that if you left on the roof. Because many times I've accidentally pressed the wrong button and I have left onto the ground floor, which obviously can suck. Doesn't really matter if I take a bit of fire damage there. So we're going to run all the way over here, and the roof exit is left on the D-pad. So we press left, it's going to spawn me right on the roof. Then we need to run up the stairwell over here. Let's eat some snacks, and always leave the door on your helicopter opened, by the way. Just a little bit of advice, because it allows you to get in your helicopter faster. At this point, don't worry about these helicopters in front of you. That's my fault. I will take that. I'm going to actually pause the timer. I don't think that really counts. I shouldn't have done that, so we're not going to count that in the amount of time it takes to finish the heist. I just paused my stopwatch for a moment. Oh, wait, I went off the stopwatch. All right, let me Let me bring my buzzard up there. By the way, it's not a bad idea to own a buzzard. If you ever do make the mistake like I did here and you accidentally blow yourself up, it's never a bad idea to own a buzzard, just because of the fact you can obviously save a lot of time. But yeah, that was 100% on me. Is it all the way on the top of the building? I think it is. I don't see it. Oh, no? I don't see it at all. Is it over here? Oh, wait a sec. Wait a sec. Wait. Ah, there it is. Bro, that is the goofiest location. Hopefully if we just land our buzzard on it, we get it. Okay, good. Alright, one sec. Let me start the stopwatch again. Here we go. Alright, stopwatch is going. Yeah, I don't think that's fair to really count, just because that's my fault. That's not really somebody else's fault. So what you're going to do at this point, let's get back on track. What you're going to do at this point is request your Kosatka and fly over towards Vespucci. The reason why is because it's going to spawn your Kosatka over here. This is obviously super, super nice and easy. Also, if you do fail and accidentally blow up your Sparrow, it's not that big of a deal because your Sparrow is actually going to spawn right inside of your Kosatka. So we're going to now jump out of our buzzard, and the Kosatka is going to pop out of the water right in front of us. So we're just going to pull out our chute, and you can see the Kosatka is now in front of us. So just like this, we're going to land on top of the Kosatka and enter. That was pretty easy. Okay. I mean, even with that mistake, that still only cost me like a minute anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. And just like that, we can hop right on the planning screen and now start up the next prep. So now that we've done weapons, we are going to do the plasma cutter. You do not need to do demolition charges. Beginners don't realize this because the game says this is a mandatory prep. You don't actually need to do demolition charges at all. You can completely skip that, and it saves a lot of time. So now we are going to hop back over to the safe house. And it's just back and forth. That's really all these missions are, is back and forth, back and forth. But it's pretty easy. We're at 15 minutes, and I mean, we're literally just flying back and forth, as I said. I'm not going to shoot any goofy missiles, because I've learned my lesson. I think I've learned my lesson. If only the Sparrow could survive one missile, it would have made life a lot easier there. Rockstar has buffed the Sparrow quite a bit, though, throughout the previous patch. They gave it much better bullet resistance. It can survive a lot more now. It's a lot tankier, which is obviously huge, and it allows the Sparrow to be much more capable. So I'm not really going to complain too much. Alright, let's be careful here, though. As you can see, we got some tall palm trees, and these palm trees definitely could be a problem if I crash into them, but it looks like we are going right over to our warehouse, where we have our special cargo. So let's fly over here, and let's start slowing down our Sparrow. Looks like we're landing right here. Okay, and easy. I love how small the Sparrow is. The blades are much smaller than other helicopters, which make it really easy to land wherever you're going. Cameras don't matter if they see you here. We are just going to enter inside of this, and we are going to take a picture of the wall. Doesn't matter if the pillar's in the way. You just have to take a picture of that. Just make sure you take like a step away from the door. That way you can walk back into the door, and it sends you into the animation. Then, after completing this, we are just going to run back into our Sparrow. Pavel's going to send us a location for the secondary to go to, and now we're going to go grab the Fingerprint Cloner, right? I don't actually know which setup we're doing, but it doesn't really matter. Oh, no, this is the Plasma Cutter. That's right. Yeah, this is the Plasma Cutter. Okay, so we are going to go fly over to Rockford Hills. Now, this part can be a little bit tricky, especially for inexperienced players. I personally like to use my Sparrow and the Vapid Speedo Custom, just because the Speedo Custom is so easy to call out. And let's just maneuver our helicopter through the buildings here and not die. There you go. And then we are going to fly right over the Rockford Hills, which is right in front of us. Oh, this is a... I don't love this location. I don't hate it either. It's an okay one. So, park your helicopter wherever you're going to be exiting the area, so we can see kind of how the building is designed. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave our helicopter facing outward like this, because that's the way we're going to leave. We're going to land it, and then we're going to leave the door open, just like that. Then we're going to go to Manage Vehicles, and we're going to call out the Speedo Custom. The great thing about the Sparrow is that it will not despawn when you call out a personal vehicle, so you can just do this, and then we're going to hop into our Vapid Speedo Custom. We're going to grab the Plasma Cutter and then get back into our Sparrow eating plenty of snacks. Make sure you obviously have snacks when doing these missions. So we're just going to roll over here, and just like so, we're going to mow all these guys down. We're going to blow up this van just so it's out of my way, and there you go. Then we're going to squeeze right past these guys. We're going to leave, and we're going to hop inside of the Sparrow. We can see that the cars behind me are not even a problem, so I don't even need to grab my snacks. And just like that, we've completed the mission. This just shows, again, how easy these missions are to complete. I know a lot of people like to use the oppressor and sometimes squeeze in there, but it can be a little bit sussler. And it really only took me like 30 extra seconds to make life easier. I'm a person that likes consistency over speed, because messing up and dying can cost you a lot more time than just being a little bit safer and calling out a Vapid Speedo custom like I did there. We can see our Kosatka all the way in the distance here. We're at 18 minutes and 59 seconds on the clock. So I don't know why I didn't just say 19 minutes, but either way, we're at 19 minutes. And let's get inside of our Sparrow. Actually, it really didn't take that much longer. Even with that mistake, we're only about a minute off on the stopwatch, which is rather surprising. So, we're going to hop inside. Game's going to load me in. Plasma cutter done. So after doing the plasma cutter, we have 2 other preps. And we also have to do the Longfin. I haven't done that either. I completely forgot. But we'll do the simple preps first, and then we'll do the Longfin last, because that one's pretty easy too. So, oh crap, I always forget it's on this side. Okay, here we go. Enter the planning screen. And prep. We're going to do equipment and fingerprint cloner. Then we are going to run to the back of the submarine as usual. We have to go over to the warehouse. I don't know exactly which warehouse. There's a bunch of different locations always. Let's just get our Sparrow off into the air. Let's see. I hate that it doesn't tell you which location you're going to when you're on the mini-map here. It only tells you when you're outside, which is kind of annoying. It looks like we have the one in the center of the city, which is good. I'm not going to complain. The one in the center of the city is definitely the best location. I don't know. I think it's the one in the center of the city, but we'll see. The one that brings you over to the docks is by far the best, because it's just so quick. So we'll see which one this is. It's kind of hard to tell right now. And then we only have 2 preps after this. We have to do the Longfin and we have to do the cutting torch. The cutting torch is always the fastest. It can depend on which location you get, but in general, the cutting torch is incredibly quick. So we're making our way to the warehouse. Again, you can see the Sparrow is a little bit sussler when it starts to fly low. You might have to be careful about crashing into buildings or something like that, but we were able to fly pretty good here. Okay, and slow down the Sparrow. Alright, and just like that, we're going to spin it around. Oh, wait, actually, we're going over here. There you go. Alright, and landed. Okay, that was pretty easy. My character, really? My character is really freaking stupid, bro. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to pull out a shotgun. Doesn't really matter which one. We're just going to pull out a shotgun, and we're going to start aiming. Well, as I would say, it doesn't matter if you die when entering this building, because Pavel has to go through a whole speech anyway. You can hear him speaking now. He has to finish speaking before you can make your way through anyway. But that's what I meant to do the first time, and kill all of them with the sawed off. Pavel's speaking to us anyway, so again, we just have to wait for him to finish his dialogue. Actually worked out perfectly. So yeah, dying doesn't really matter in this. Bro, that guy's mouth is just fully open. P-A-N-T-H-E-R-S. Done. Pretty easy hack. And now we make our way back outside. So after doing the first hack, we are then going to make our way to the second location, which is going to be at the archive. So which archive location are we going to? Yes, it's the good one. Okay, well, this makes up from, from some of the Merryweather time we lost earlier, the Merryweather HQ. I mean, it's not a huge amount of time we saved, but it's really close to the Kosatka, which is super nice. So that is going to be quite a bit solid. So after this, we have 2 to go, as I did mention before. About 20 minutes-ish on the clock. My phone turned off, so I'll have to turn it back on to see exactly how long it takes. I wish there was like a setting that I could put on my phone that would leave it constantly on when I have a stopwatch going on, but unfortunately, that is not the case. So, we're going to go to the other side of this pier, because it is on the other side, and then we're going to land our helicopter, run inside, and then we're just going to leave. So, let's start slowing down our Sparrow now. Always make sure you have plenty of room to stop your Sparrow. And you can see I'm doing that just like this. Then, I'm just going to land my Sparrow right next to the location. We're going to jump out, and we're going to leave the door wide open. Then, we're simply just going to run over here. We're going to ignore the cameras, because you don't really need to I mean, it's going to spawn, like, cars on me, but it really doesn't matter. My stopwatch is back on. We're at 23 minutes so far. But yeah, it's going to spawn some guards on me when I leave, but it really doesn't matter. And that's because of the fact we're just going to get back into our helicopter before they can pose a threat to me at all. So we're going to turn around now, knock over that gaming chair. Holy crap, bro, that gaming chair, we must be super strong. That gaming chair absolutely smashed the concrete. Did you see that? What the heck? All right, well, either way, we've exited the building, and now we're just going to hop right into our Sparrow and leave. So, again, as I said, it's going to spawn some cars on me, but they spawn up top, so it's really not a big deal. And we're gone. Ooh, that was real challenging. Anyway, we are now going to make our way over to the Kosatka, which is literally right here. This is why Vespucci is the best location to leave your Kosatka. That was quick. That was really quick. 24 minutes on the clock, and we've already done the next setup. So we're just going to fly our Sparrow right over this, enter the Kosatka. Even if you're flying your Sparrow at max speed, as long as you spam the enter button, it usually, sometimes the game will screw you and not let you in, but 90% of the time the game will let you in, and that's obviously really, really quick. So, heist prep complete, and that was pretty fast. So, as I said, we have two things left to do. We're going to run... Ooh, actually, oh, I thought we could leave the door open, but it looks like it automatically closes. So, let's hop back on the planning screen. And let's actually do the approach vehicle now. We'll do the Longfin. The La Mesa police station. I don't remember which one that is. I feel like after doing this heist like 200 times, I should remember, but I don't. I never, ever remember. Doesn't matter, though. Hop into our Sea Sparrow. Actually, this isn't the Sea Sparrow. Every time I accidentally say Sea Sparrow, there's somebody in the comments that's like, actually, the Sea Sparrow is a different vehicle, and it's not the same thing. And I'm like, yes, I know. The Sea Sparrow has little pontoons that you can land on, and this obviously doesn't. But doesn't really matter. They're both basically the same vehicle. One has pontoons, one doesn't. So, let's... Ooh, we're flying a little closer comfort to the ground. I'm gonna get back into the air a little bit. Okay, so where is the La Mesa police station? I think this is actually the good one. This is the one that's super close to where we're going. We can actually see the semi-trucks that we would normally steal, but we are not going to be stealing a semi-truck here. We are going to be flying right over to the police station. Ooh, my nose is really itchy. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to land our Sparrow right here. And we are going to go to the Manage Vehicles tab, and we're going to scroll until we see the Phantom Wedge, and then not be able to call it out, because I already have a special vehicle. Is it going to let me call it out? Bruh. Oh my god. One sec. Let me return my personal vehicle to storage, and then we can call out our Phantom Wedge. There you go. I was wondering why it wasn't letting me do it, but that was pretty easy either way, and our Phantom... Oh my god, bro! What am I looking at? Classic example of just the NPCs in this game constantly screwing me. Okay, well, I don't really know what to say here. The cops shouldn't be attacking me anyway, but they are, which is really, really cringe. Normally I would... Oh my god, I'm just gonna eat snacks and get inside the Phantom. Alright, let's do that. And health and ammo. This sucks. I don't know why the cops are so mad at me. They normally aren't, but they really are right now. And as I said, I landed like outside of the police station, so it doesn't even make sense. Backing into this area always sucks just because of the way it's designed, but we made it. There you go. Okay, so now we just have to ignore all of these feds, and we need to just push that out of my way, grab the trailer, and leave. Okay, pretty easy stuff. It was a little painful for a moment there, and we definitely lost a teeny bit of time. I just flew, I guess, too close, and the cops started murdering me. Imagine that in real life. Imagine just driving your, or I don't know, landing your helicopter near a police station, then they just start shooting at you. Like, you'd probably be in some sort of legal trouble. You definitely would be in legal trouble for landing a helicopter in the middle of the street. But that doesn't take away the fact that, like, it's still really goofy that they just started shooting at me and the entire frickin' police station was there. Either way, we killed ourselves. The reason why is very simple. Killing yourself allows you to make your way over to the Phantom without having cops on you. And we can see that right now. So pretty simple stuff. We're at 27 minutes on the clock, and we are basically done with this setup. So now we are going to simply drive our Phantom 0.8 miles to the docks, and we'll be done. Again, really, really easy stuff. People should not be struggling with any of these missions. You can see why you do want to carry snacks, though, because sometimes the game just doesn't like you, and it gives you the cops even though you shouldn't have had them on you. So if Because of that, I had to play a little bit more careful than I wanted to there and spam my snacks. Usually, though, you know, a lot of people don't realize this. People always, like, say, oh, well, I have to kill everybody around me. That way I'm not going to die from gunfire. It's actually a lot safer just to ignore the cops, like I did, and then just literally ignore them all and get in your vehicle, eat some snacks, and finish the mission. Alright, there you go. Done. That was really easy stuff. Longfin mission is completed. We're at 28 minutes now on the clock, and we have 2 more things to do. We have the actual heist itself, and we just have to do the cutting torch. So we're going to load into a new lobby, and loading into a new lobby is obviously going to spawn my Kosatka with me inside of it instead of having to call in a Sparrow. So this is really, really easy stuff, especially because I would have had to despawn my Sparrow and wait 2 minutes to get it back, or probably call out a buzzard. Either way, it would waste time. So this is way faster. And now that we are back inside, we are going to enter the planning screen. We're going to go over to preps. We're going to do equipment and cutting torch. And then we are going to turn around and run. Okay, I hate the way the movement in this game is sometimes, but we're going to turn around, run over to our Sparrow, and we're going to finish this off. Getting into the air, boom. So let's hope that it's not the construction building, because, oh man, my nose is so itchy. I'm like trying, I'm not like picking it. It's just like right at the edge of it. It's almost like there's a hair stuck in it, bruh. It's so annoying. All right, well, it doesn't look like we're flying to the building that's under construction, which is the one that I'm looking at right now. It's the building that's been under construction for the last 18 years. That is not where we're flying, which is good. We are flying over to one of the easier construction sites, which is nice. Should be pretty simple. We're going to put on a hard hat. We're going to look at all the different locations, and then we are going to make our way over to Vespucci, which is where our sub is going to be. You can always request your Kosatka to just spawn wherever you are, so even though it's not near me right now, it's still pretty easy. Oh, it looks like we're actually going to the Vinewood Hills location. All right, well, this one's a little bit further away, but it's not that big of a deal. It's still pretty close, so we're just going to fly over here. And it's right in front of us. So let's slow down our helicopter, and we're going to land it right over here. Here we go. Beautiful landing. Honk. Then we are going to run over to this hard hat, which spawns right here. And hopefully our game lets us put it on. Come on. Let me put it on. I hate sometimes that... Bro. Let me put on the hard hat, game. This part's always so annoying. There you go. Okay, we got the hard hat on. Easy stuff. So just make sure you don't walk into any of the personnel, or they're going to get pissed off at you. And we got to check each one of these locations. Not there. Okay. And not there. Okay. Oh, bruh. I didn't mean to do that. Alright, let's go upstairs, and we'll check up here. Usually it is upstairs, and nope, not in that one. There you go. Okay, let's grab the cutting torch. Thank you. And now we are simply going to jump off and make our way into our helicopter. So there you go. We have now completed all the setups. It has taken me in total 31 minutes. Sorry, just putting the remote on my chin so I can pull out my phone. So now we are just going to fly back over to Vespucci, and we are going to go to the service vehicles, Kosatka, and request Kosatka. And it should spawn it right in front of us for us. So let's see. And there you go. Easy stuff. So now we just hop inside the Kosatka, and we're done. We start up the Cayo Perico heist. Again, it's just so easy to do the heist. 32 minutes for all the setups, and that's with me not even speedrunning. Easily, we could have been at like 25, 26 minutes if we didn't have to redo the Merryweather and everything else a couple times. So, let's get inside the Kosatka. Now, when it comes to the finale, we know that there's a painting in the main office, so we'll see if we're able to fill our loot bags or what exactly we get. It's always a little tricky filling your bag exactly half full, so we'll see. But I would suspect we're going to complete everything at around 40-ish minutes, 42-ish minutes, which is pretty quick if you ask me. So we're going to run over here, and as we can see, the planning screen now says preps complete. So we go over to finale, start. Then we're just going to put on super heavy armor. You don't need snacks for this at all. We're just going to start up the job. You shouldn't have to worry at all about dying or anything. Approach vehicle, Longfin, infiltration point, north dock, drainage tunnel, escape point, doesn't matter, time of day, doesn't matter, continue, ready. I know that was pretty fast because I've done it so many times, but it's pretty simple stuff. So now we are going to get into the Longfin and make our way over to the hangar. As I say so many times on the channel, you do not need to scout what goods you get at the hangar. You can just make your way over there. If you don't completely fill your bag, you go to the second location and you are done. So that's probably what we'll end up doing if we don't get our bag half filled. So here we go, and full speed ahead. The Longfin is actually an incredibly fast vessel. It's one of the fastest modes of transportation in the game, surprisingly. It goes 140 miles per hour. And it's because the waves are so calm at Cayo Perico. Like, normally if you're driving in Los Santos, you'll notice the waves are huge, but Rockstar made it so that the waves are basically non-existent here, which is always super duper nice. So we're just going to squeeze on through, roll around here, and alright, now we're going to roll right up to this little patch of dry land. We're going to stop the boat. Always make sure you're stopping the boat before it touches land, and the reason why is because if it hits the bank, it just slides off of it, and then it just keeps on drifting further and further away, which is really annoying. So what we're going to do now is we're going to head over here, and we're going to bonk this guy right in the face. There you go. Pretty easy stuff. It's why I always use crack shot. It's just the best choice. So now we are going to head inside of the hangar. And we're going to go over here. Let's see what we get. Ooh, I see Coke. And if I'm not mistaken, Coke fills exactly half of your bag. So that's actually perfect. And as you can see, I haven't like scheduled any of this. Like, this is just randomly happening. So let's just hop in here and start looting. So we're going to grab the Coke, and then after grabbing the Coke, we are simply going to make our way over to the compound, and then we're done. And then we're going to grab the painting, we're going to leave, and that'll be it. So we have $222,000 there. So now we're just going to hop back out. God, I hate how slow the character runs, though. It is so annoying. Okay, here we go. And keep on running, keep on running. We are at 35 minutes on the clock right now. Imagine if we hadn't messed up those couple times. Like, the thing about the Cayo Perico heist, you have to remember, is that it's all RNG, right? It's all completely random. First of all, you have to remember that we did not get the best location of the communications box hack. If we had had the best location, that would have saved us easily 30 seconds to 45 seconds, just due to climbing and everything else. Then you also have to remember we got Merryweather HQ literally, like, multiple times. That wasted a good 2 minutes. So Merryweather HQ and that alone definitely wasted some time. We had cops randomly get on us when we were doing the mission for the Longfin. And not only that, but you should also add into the fact that we blew ourselves up accidentally. So if you take all of those things out of the equation, we would easily be looking at probably about maybe 5 minutes less. And also, we got Grapeseed for the location of our plane instead of Fort Zancudo. Zancudo's a good 2 minutes shorter. So if you got all of those things right in terms of RNG, you would literally be finishing this heist 5-6 minutes faster than what I'm currently doing. And that would mean literally you can finish the heist in like 35 minutes, which I've done on the channel before, but it shows you just how much RNG plays into doing the heist. We didn't get bad RNG today, but we definitely didn't get good. We just kind of got average spawns and everything. But yeah, at some point... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. At some point, I am going to try and speedrun the Cayo Perico heist. And if I do, I am definitely going to see how fast we can do it. 30 minutes is going to be the goal. I don't know if we're going to be able to do it in 30 minutes. And I'm not going to do any glitches. I'm going to try and set the world record for the glitchless speedrun for the heist. So we'll see. Let's jump over, and down we go. Alright, here we are, and inside the grate we have it. So now cutting through the grate is obviously really, really simple. We just pull out the cutting torch that we own, and we cut through this. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. And one more pass, and that is all done. Then we go down, and up, and down. There you go. And then we get this done here. Boop, 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 boop. Always. I hate how it's like, not like a consistent cut, you know? It's always like, you gotta do it a little bit. Maybe if I do it slower like this, that's better. Either way, we did it. That was pretty easy. Okay, so now we are at the final stages of the heist. We have to swim into the compound, which is obviously just one button click. And we're gonna kill one guard. That's it. We're killing one single guard. There's always people in the comments like, oh, well, you should do TGG's method. And instead of killing one guard, you should run through the roof. And I always reply the same thing, why? Why would I do, like, the method that TGG has shown, which is quote-unquote faster, is literally 5-10 seconds faster than the method I use. And my method is multiple times easier. It works every time guaranteed. TGG's method is so much more sus because if you make a mistake, you're done. You have to restart the whole thing. Where look at how easy my method is. I'm running here, running, and I roll around the corner, and we run up here, we jump over, and then we just wait for this guard to simply turn. Once this guard turns, we are now going to make our way up the stairs. We're going to run around him. Now pull out your pistol. The reason why is because you're going to bonk this guard right in the face up here. So that's exactly what we're going to do. He's going to come down these stairs right now, and we're going to hit him in the face. There you go. Done. Whoa, that was real challenging. Then we're going to run inside the building, and we're going to grab the painting. We're going to grab the cash, which is inside of the wall safe, and we're going to hack and leave. I mean, that's it. It's just so easy. Hopefully we won't make any mistakes and get seen by a guard. We'll see. Here we go. Into the bag, and that is $401,000. Pretty sweet. Then we're just going to run over here. I'm interested to see how much money we grab in terms of cash. Hopefully it's like 50, 60,000. Oh, it was. That was $70,000. That was pretty nice. Okay, let's hack the keypad now. And here we go. I suck at the hacks. I'm going to tell you now. It might take me like a minute to do this, but we'll see. Okay, so we got the first hack, and boom, boom. Wait. It looked pretty good to me. What am I doing wrong here? I think it's this one. Wait, there you go. Okay. I thought I was doing something wrong there. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Then we got the next hack, which is always a bit of a pain. Okay, and that one looks good. I don't know what I'm doing here. Wow, I suck at hacking, but doesn't matter too much. It took me 1 minute and 30 seconds to complete the hack. We're still at 41 minutes on the clock. What did I say? 42 minutes to complete it, so shouldn't be that big of a deal. And let's come downstairs. Okay, now we are going to burn through the lock. Shoop. And we're going to grab the target. Let's take it. Okay, so cutting through this, obviously really simple. Just let it go up to the max, let it go back down, and then go back up to the max, and then let it go down. And then go back 70%, and boop, and a little bit more, boop, and a little bit more, and there you go. Done. Pretty simple stuff. Okay, so now we just got to leave the compound. So let's hop over here. We're going to go back inside of the elevator, and then we're going to run over here. We're going to run downstairs, and what we're going to do is literally jump off of this balcony. Well, actually, you know what? With the way that guard's facing, we're not going to do that. We're going to run over here, and we're just going to run around. So this is just as easy as we can see, and we're just going to jump down here. We're going to climb up this just so that guard in red does not see me. And let's shoot this guy really quickly. There you go. And done. Think we still were able to do it before they may have seen me. I may be wrong. I may have lost the elite challenge, but it's not that big of a deal. I think that we did mess it up. Oopsie. I should have just ran to the gate. It's way faster to just run to the gate. The problem was, I didn't think about this, but if you shoot the wall, for some reason, the guard above you hears the bullets and gets pissed. Oh, no, looks like we didn't piss him off. There you go. Beautiful. Haha. That's great. All right, so we're going to run up to this guy. We're going to bomb him in the face, and then we're going to hop on the motorcycle, and we're going to leave. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. We have completed the Cayo Perico heist. It took me a teeny bit longer than I wanted, but that's probably just because I failed the hacks a lot longer than I wanted as well. Let's just squeeze down here and roll off the side of the cliff like so. Okay, now what you want to do when leaving the island is you want to position yourself right over where I've set my waypoint. So you can see that there's these 3 little like explosive mines, these underwater mines, and you just want to swim right inside these 3 here. You can see it's like right where I set the waypoint, and the reason why is because of the fact that the corner of the map cuts off right here. So if you just swim here and you wait, it should, if I'm not mistaken, allow us to leave. Maybe I can swim a little bit further. I don't know. I don't remember exactly how far you have to swim. There you go. Done. Okay, so you have to swim a little bit further. It was literally right where I set the waypoint. You just let the waypoint hit the corner of the map, and then it stops, and that's where you swim. once you leave the bounding box of the map, the game says, oh, you've left the island. So, we're done. I mean, I should have stopped the stopwatch, but basically 43 minutes, 44 minutes. That's it. 44 minutes to do the heist from start to finish. All the setups, everything included. How much money did we make? Well, $1,029,000. And by the way, this was on normal mode. So if we were doing this on hard mode, it would be $1,100,000. We did it in less than 10 minutes, which is surprisingly good, judging that I failed the hack quite a bit. But full loot bags, and that means we're going to get an additional 50,000. So if you're playing this on hard mode, we would have earned around 1.2 million. Even if you subtract the $100,000 from starting up the heist, that would have still been over $1 million take. So in 45 minutes, I earned $1 million. That's quite good. You cannot name any other way of earning money that's faster than that. I'm sorry. You type in the agency, it takes an hour and 20 minutes to do the agency for the same payout of $1 million. That's literally double the time, an additional 40 minutes added on. This is the fastest way of earning money in the game. If you disagree, you're wrong. It's a fact. You cannot do any other business unless it is double or triple money faster than the Cayo Perico heist. And because of that, this is the best way of earning money in the game. So hopefully you enjoyed today's video. Hopefully some of the methods I showed helped you out. And even with the mistakes, we were still able to do it so fast. I mean, we easily could have done this in 40, 30 minutes. It's just crazy. So hopefully you enjoyed today's stream. I'll see you in the next one. Also, pretty interesting that mod called me to purchase a bail office, even though I own one. Okay, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.